Hi, guys. We are now live officially on Caesar's Facebook profile, but I have to introduce and tell you guys why Caesar's not talking right away. He is currently on site somewhere and he's doing some reconnaissance, which I'm going to let you guys know about. But I do want to talk about what's going to be going on today for the strategic strategy masterclass that we do every weekend so that you guys know what to do. Today, we're going to talk about Dr. Gundry. And no, this is not going to be a good one because Dr. Gundry is not going to like what I have to say. But hey, I got to give it to you guys straight. But we're going to talk about the gut. And when we talked last week, unfortunately, when I mentioned Dr. Gundry, I might have given you guys the wrong impression that maybe I agree with what Dr. Gundry says and does, but I don't. So let me go ahead and let Caesar talk about where he's at.
I want to say hello, guys. Yes, I am in beautiful Southern California at this amazing resort. It's called the Gaylord Resort. And we're here to debunk all the different stuff. But it's a great place to spend. Bring your family. Food is great. I mean, they have amazing stuff. And then we also going to debunk some of the foods on the banquet. So back to you, Janine.
Not today, though. Not today. We're not doing that today. We're going to do that. We're going to talk about that at the end. We got something special for everybody that we're going to talk about and go into more about why you're at the Gaylord Resort right now. Okay, so let's go into the Dr. Gundry discussion. I have a personal connection with Dr. Gundry because I live in Southern California, and I don't know those of you who know Dr. Gundry. He lives in Palm Springs, which is very close. And somebody who is a personal friend of mine is a patient of Dr. Gundry's. So just let me set this up for you guys so you understand where I'm coming from. He was very adamant about following everything Dr. Gundry had told him to do. And one of the things that Dr. Gundry has done for him is he's been his cardiologist for years upon years, so much so that they are actually friends, not just doctor-patient relationship. And he told me he's ordered every one of his supplements and the olive oil and everything, and he's been doing that religiously. But yet, here's the statistics. This person has had 3 heart attacks. 3 heart attacks. And it's unfortunate that he's had these 3 heart attacks. And by the way, this guy looks pretty good. Again, one of those where you look good on the outside, but you're not good on the inside. And again, this is the whole reason why I do what I do, because I have my father, may he rest in peace, Mr. Senior Olympian in road bike cycling, had to have a 4-way bypass. Those of you who know my story, but that's a topic for another day. But let's get back to Dr. Gundry's patient, who is also my friend. When my friend told me he's had 3 heart attacks, I knew with the way he was talking, he wasn't ready for me to drop the bomb on him and say, well, obviously, Dr. Gundry's protocol is not working for you. But here's the thing. Dr. Gundry may be the finest surgeon in the entire world, which I will agree with because he was one of the first to do, I think, something with a pig heart and everything. And I'm going to give Dr. Gundry the props for being a fantastic surgeon. But there's a difference, guys, in having a fantastic surgery done to your body as opposed to avoiding getting on the operating table in the first place. How many of you out there would rather have a surgery by Dr. Gundry, or would you rather avoid having to be on his operating table, period? Comment below which one you would want, because I'm going to guarantee you most of you don't want to have a surgery by Dr. Gundry. Now, granted, my friend liked to brag that that was his surgeon, but after 3 heart attacks, I think we can get the data that says, I guess the supplements that he's selling you and the olive oil he's selling you and the treatment plan that he's got in the medical industry is not helping you because you've had 3 freaking heart attacks. For a guy who is, let's see, if I'm 62, he's probably 72. And a guy who looks pretty darn good. So now, before I go on, I want to find out if there's anything that you guys want to know. Put a comment in this feed here if you have a question for next week. But I do want to go into the issue of the gut because we kind of touched on that last week. And I do give props to Dr. Gundry for being out there and marketing to all of you guys and telling you how the internal lining of your gut is one cell layer thick. And the problem with lectins is they get into that cell layer and they cause inflammation. He's absolutely right about that. But where he is wrong is he's fear mongering. He's making you guys think that the whole world is after you when it comes to eating a tomato or eating some beans or eating, I could just go on and on with the laundry list of things he says that has lectins that you should not be eating. Here's the truth, guys, what you need to hear. He is building fear so that you will fear enough that you'll go to his supplement list and buy. I believe he has at least over 40 different products, supplements. He has protein powders. He has gummies. He has the olive oil, obviously. And what is all of this? All of this is on subscription format, meaning once you buy, you get put into the subscription format that they keep sending to you every month.
That's where we're debunking.
Yes, that's what we're debunking, because guess what, guys? I don't know if you guys know this, but do your homework. Dr. Gundry is in some lawsuits right now as we speak for deceptive marketing. He's in some lawsuits for a subscription service that is deceptive or traps people in it. So here's what I want you guys to know. I do believe Dr. Gundry believes he's drinking his own Kool-Aid, and therein lies the problem. So he's not a liar. He just has the wrong information internally, and he's regurgitating that to you, and he's believing all those concoctions and potions that he and his lab scientists have been coming up with have started to put together to sell it to you. So I'm going to say, Dr. Gundry, if you're listening, God bless you for caring so much. But God bless you that there is this world that we live in today where we all have the human body, which is freaking amazing. Your human body, no matter what it looks like and what condition it is right now, is fighting for you to get out of your own way so that your body can heal itself. And that's what we're going to go into to talk about today. And I'm going to remind you guys of our previous episodes that we've been master stacking every week, how you guys can fix your gut lining. Now, last week, I made a statement which was incorrect. So I had to do my homework, but I admitted I didn't know the real facts. We were talking about how long is the plumbing inside of your body, which is your stomach, small intestine, large intestine. I thought it was miles long, but it's actually, according to the information, 27 feet long. So if you put from your mouth to your butthole, 27 to 30 feet long throughout that. That's a lot of intestines for your food and your drink to go through like this, okay? And last week, I remember Caesar saying, how do you fit all that in a body? Well, it's all scrunched together and it's all, one on top of the other when it comes to like accordion. But the beauty of it is that even though Dr. Gundry comments to everybody that it's only one cell layer thick, I want to let you guys know that God was not stupid. Even though it's one cell layer thick for the lining inside that can get damaged, it can also heal itself like this, super fast. How does the body do that? Well, when it's one cell layer thick, there's not a lot to build. So let me go to Caesar from the past construction industry. You're sitting right now, Caesar, at the Gaylord Resort. How many stories is behind you? That probably took a few years to build, right? It didn't just get built overnight.
No, I mean, fortunately, this is probably 16 stories. I know I'm on the 11th floor. And it took whoever did the building here, I mean, they were amazing to do that. I think they did it under 3 years or something.
Okay, so it took 3 years to build that building. So now think about the intelligence of your human body. The inner lining of your gut that Dr. Gundry says is so fragile, he's incorrect. Here's what's fragile. It's fragile if that inner lining was 50 layers thick, that you had to rebuild 50 layers after damaging it. No. The intelligence of the human body, it's only one cell layer thick that can be rebuilt immediately when you start making the right choices. So last week, Caesar and I did the podcast and we talked about industrial oils. We had the Bernstein salad dressing that had canola oil. which I said, do not ingest that. We also had the wishbone balsamic vinegar dressing, which I said, don't do that either, because the second ingredient in that was canola oil also. And what did both of them have? They had sugar in them. So when you put those industrial oils in your body and you add sugar to it, it's like giving you a high octane punch in the gut. And that's when those cells that Dr. Gundry talks about being one cell layer thick open up and allow a crevice. When that happens, now everything that you eat that may be good or bad can actually get in through that crevice, and it will cause inflammation in your body. Okay? So this is where Dr. Gundry makes you feel fearful. So, oh my God, the cell layer has broken. You have inflammation. Well, here's 40 different pills and potions that I have for you to buy so that you can solve the problem. And no, it is not solved by putting more toxins in your body. And I'm going to say toxins with a capital T, because everything Dr. Gundry sells is going to live on the shelf for a very long time. Why? Because he doesn't want anything to spoil, or else that loses profits for him, because spoilage, especially natural things, they don't last very long. They only last a number of days, but he's got to ship this product to you. You got to put it in your house and put it in your shelf. And then every day you open it up and then you grab a scoop of the powder or you grab some pills. All of that has carriers in it, carriers that you need to have so that it holds whatever product he's trying to sell you. But the problem is, no matter if that product is good or bad, the carrier that's in it is going to cause you problems. And that's the stupidity of all of this. I'm going to call it the viral health and guru society out on social media, selling you these powders and these potions and these gummy bears and these pills. Okay. And I'll say this. Dr. Gundry selling you supplements is no better or just as bad as the medical big pharma selling you drugs that have bad side effects. The only difference is Dr. Gundry doesn't have to worry about the Food and Drug Administration because he is in the category of supplements. All he has to do is prove that he's not going to kill you with the first dose. Now, you could continue to take his products for a number of years and it could cause you problems, but that doesn't matter to the supplement industry. This is why doctors go into the supplement industry, because for $38,000, he can set up a supplement company like that, make reoccurring revenue every month by shipping you more and more of these supplements, while your gut lining is actually having to pay part of that price, as well as your kidneys and your liver. So anyways, any questions regarding that? Caesar, you want to unmute yourself? Is there anything you would like to say before I go on with the rest?
No, well, thank you. Honestly, I do want to just say, it's like, yes, pay attention to, stop getting sold by all this internet
Charlatan.
stuff or social media where they're selling you all this stuff. Everything they're selling you is absurd. It's just crazy. I mean, they're gonna give you what you want to hear, but you need to listen to yourselves and go back to the roots. It's not social media. Stop it.
Yep. And you know
With
what
that
I will
said,
say?
I'm good. I feel great about it. Turning lives around, going back to the roots.
Going back to the human body, guys. And this is what's key. When you have and I'm not going to say charlatan. I shouldn't call people charlatans. Let's just say health gurus out there. When you have a health guru who's going to sell you a potion, a powder, a pill, what that proves to me is that they don't understand the primary gears of your human body. When they don't understand the primary gears of your human body, they're going to try to sell you a potion, a powder, or a pill because they don't know how to teach you how to grab onto those gears. Well, not grab onto those gears. They don't know how to teach you how to manipulate your own gears in your own body for your body to heal itself and to reverse health problems. Now, I can't say the word disease with that because I'll get taken off of social media because we can't say those things. But here's what I'm saying. You're going to get rid of the belly bulge while you help decrease metabolic problems. I think that's a safe way for me to say what I'm actually trying to tell you here on social media without getting banned. Okay. But here's the important thing for you guys to know. Everything we have been doing from day one of our podcast, from our tweak of the week on Wednesday to our more in-depth Saturday sessions that we're having, which I'm going to look at this as your strategic pivot for men over 50 and for you women too, because what I'm telling you will work for you women. The important thing I'm trying to get you guys to do is to tap into your body's God-given benefits. And one of the things that you want to start doing is continuing to read the labels of the food that you currently have in your own home right now. So last week, we went through that with the silicone dioxide, which is an anti-caking agent in spices. Well, guess where else that silicone dioxide is? Caesar, you want to take a guess at where silicone dioxide anti-caking agent is? We've been talking about.
I'm sorry, it's so loud out here. I can barely hear it, but.
Okay, here, I'll tell you the answer. Anti-caking agents are put into your supplements. You know, when you open up the can and you see the powder in there and you take your little scooper, all of you guys on creatine, all of you guys on whey protein, all of you guys.
A lot of people don't realize that once you're doing that, you're taking it off, right? And there's that little plastic cover on there that you have to like peel, right? You know what that peel does? It helps keep those preservatives in that can. And people don't even think about that. Why do you think you have to do that? Anyway, go ahead, Jay.
Okay, so thank you for adding that. I forgot about that plastic peel they have to take off. Well, here's the situation, guys. When you take that anti-caking agent into your body every day because you're doing what? The smoothies or the green drinks, all of these things that there is a powder. They put the anti-caking agents in those so that you don't have clumps inside. Because if you guys opened up your supplement and you saw a clump of something, you would think automatically that that means it's not good anymore, and you would probably send it back to the company. So they want you to believe that everything is perfect with that, so they put that anti-caking agent in it. And we were talking about that in spices last week. But no, that is not only in spices, it is in those darn potions you guys are taking. Anything with a powder. So I have a big, big problem with those of you who, and we've been there, we go into these houses, we open the cabinet, and what do we see? 30, 40 different types of supplements, pills, powders, potions, and you know what the worst one of all is? Gummy bears. Oh, I shouldn't say gummy bears. That was a
Hold
Freudian.
on, are you talking about gummy bears right now?
Gummies.
Gummy bears, like the ones?
Okay, well, I would rather you guys eat a gummy bear because at least that gummy bear is not trying to fool you. That gummy bear is candy. It's a gelatinous candy. But what do we have Dr. Gundry doing? Selling you gummies. Probably, I'm not going to pull up his website. I'm just going to take a guess. He's probably selling you a beetroot gummy or something of that nature. I know a lot of.
And it's all about that. They're going to sell you a vitamin. They're going to sell you like the bottom line is all sugar. It's just in a different form, shape, or fashion that they call to get you hooked. What do you like? Do you want a little gummy bear? Do you want a little Barbie? Or do you want rabbit ears? It's all sugar.
It's marketing at its finest because it's tapping into the child in all of us, which is a matter of fact, when it comes down to it, I really am also angry at the marijuana industry. I'm a proponent of when it comes to natural herbs, and marijuana is a natural herb and it has a lot of medicinal benefits. But now what do we see all over the place? We have all of these companies out there that have these brick and mortar buildings, which are actually beautiful. And you walk in, it's like a showroom of different types of marijuana concoctions. My problem with that is it is the same problem that we have with food. It has become bastardized, commercialized, wrapped in plastic, and giving you what I would call the false sense that you're actually buying something that's medicinal. If we could go back thousands of years, And the Indians who were here in the United States years ago, if they walked into a quote unquote marijuana shop of California today, they would look at it and go, what the hell is all that? You know what it is? It is marijuana wrapped up in candy. Anything you put with candy, people love. And you know what? A lot of people who are taking gummies, but not on marijuana. Let's go back to gummies like Dr. Gundry's gummies. When they take those gummies, they say, oh, I get energy from them. Well, hello, you get energy from sugar. I could have given you gummy bears and given you the same energy. What's the difference? The gummy bears are cheaper. There you go. And guess what else? The gummy bears are real. They're not trying to hide and pretend to be a quote unquote health product. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over how do you fix the gut. Here is your tip for this week that's a little bit more in depth because I had to give you all of this information about that gut lining and each cell that has to be next to each other inside the gut and not broken because we don't want things to seep through. How do you get the gut lining to fix itself? Well, here it is. Drum roll, please. You don't eat every 2 to 4 hours. If you're eating every 2 to 4 hours, you're not giving your stomach enough time to regrow those cells. So let's walk through this. Normally people say, well, Janina, how do you do it where you help a man drop 2 pant sizes in 6 months or less? What's the secret? Is it fasting? That's the F word, guys. Fasting to me is the F word. Here's what I tell people. I just asked.
All right, so I got a question for you. So when you say fasting, everybody says fasting. I mean, do they really understand what we're doing as far as fasting goes and what the definition of fasting is? Because I think that everybody forgets that.
You're right.
And I know we're like past the hour right now and people want to relax, but truly fasting is like, okay, don't do it. Or if you're starting off with your coffee and cream and sugar, then you just broke your fasting. If you think fasting is that I didn't eat, but I had all day long just champagne and mimosas, that's not fasting either. So
absolutely. Okay, this is the biggest thing about fasting, guys. The biggest problem I see, and I see this, by the way, with influencers being mistaken about this too. They say that they fast, and this is how they fast. They will take an electrolyte powder, put it into their water. That's called LMNT, which is the one that's in 5 different lawsuits across the United States. They will put these electrolyte powders or these quote unquote supplements to help them fast, and they'll put that in their water in the morning and they'll drink it. They think that they're fasting because they're not eating. No, guys. Once you taste anything sweet, whether it has sugar or no sugar, sweet to the tongue, this tongue right here, this tongue, when it senses something sweet, will cause your pancreas to secrete insulin. That means...
Right? Doesn't that go back up to sends a signal through your entire body up to your brain?
Yes. What happens is that sugar that you taste on your tongue will signal to the brain, hey, we got sugar coming to the blood, so let's go ahead and secrete insulin, which is the fat storage hormone. So this is the reason why some people say, you know, Janina, I tried fasting, but it doesn't work for me. No. What they did is they thought they were fasting, but they weren't. The only reason they lost some weight is because maybe they ate less throughout the day because they were just drinking beverages, but they didn't realize that sweet creates the fat storage hormone to show up in your body. And for 2 to 4 hours after you taste something sweet, anything that comes in after it is going to go straight to the fat because that's the hormone, the way it works, the signal, because everything that you eat and drink is information for your body, and your body has a set of rules. This is why I teach my clients what those rules are, and as long as you play the game, you and your body will get along just fine, which means you will get rid of the belly bulge, you will reverse health problems, and you will get off of some of those prescriptions that you've been on for decades. And not to mention that your energy should increase. Not only will your energy increase, you will look younger. And when it comes down to it, this fasting, I actually made an entire video on it called What the F, you know, you can take it for what it's worth. If you guys want that video, I'd like for you to direct message Caesar and I'll pull that out of my course and give that video to those of you who want to know what I said about what the F. But on that note, I do want to say that we're coming up here on the half hour and we want to keep it short, right, Caesar? Or I don't know, how you doing on time?
Yeah, my phone's about to die, but I love the information and the messages being sent to people, and we just need to remember those things because it's fast to lose, you know, the concept of not of fasting, and I think that's everybody's biggest problem because it's easy to say okay and not follow that. But Jay,
Okay, and
it's always been a pleasure.
I always want to let you guys know we're always thinking of better ways to help you guys. And here's what we're doing. We're officially putting together a luxury health getaway right there in San Diego for men over 50. I want you guys to come out and hang out and escape the supplement prison, guys. And I want you guys to learn the exact blueprint to finally get rid of the belly bulge and drop a pant size or two, all while enjoying fine dining and traveling. But look, you're not going to drop the 2 pant sizes over a single weekend. Let's face it. We've got to be realistic, right? But you will leave with the exact roadmap so that you can start triggering that weight loss to happen fast once you get home. Now, this is not about eating rabbit food either. Because remember, we're foodies. I love fine dining. I love great food. And this is not about any boring restrictions either, because that's the other thing. It's not about willpower. And it's just real world results in the real world. And this is my way of being able to help you faster.
Yeah, so listen up. So I did the video this morning and I showed the food,
yes,
the breakfast, the brunch. I mean, this place has, I mean, it's, besides the lack of management, truly, because I know, coming from the hospitality industry, but I got to tell you, I got to give it to them. And it's not the management. Like I said, it's the hotel bringing a better everything for health-wise. So they even had actual honey, like you just cut that. Forget the what's that, the
maple syrup,
Aunt Jemima's for your breakfast and all that. True honey, and the fruit was good. It was great. It was fabulous. Everything was small and tiny. Like they're really taking the time to make a difference. So I give them A+ rating to come here and do this. In fact, we haven't even come here to do it. I just happened to do that this weekend, thanks to my sister.
But here's what ended up happening, guys. Caesar was really doing reconnaissance for this luxury trip that we were planning. And we were thinking of doing it at the Gaylord Resort in San Diego because it's brand new and it's pretty big. But what Caesar has decided is not up to snuff yet. Let them get their feet underneath them and get better at their hospitality. So what we're going to do is give them time. So instead, we're going to create the luxury experience at the US Grant, which Caesar has some history with. So Caesar will tell you more about that later. So we're going to go ahead and log off now. But if you're interested in being part of that luxury culinary experience for 3 days, where you can get your blueprint to get started, direct message Caesar or comment below San Diego, and we'll put you on the list because it's only going to be a handful of people, guys. I'm not doing this with the big group. We're just doing this really intimate. We're just doing this with a handful of people, and I hope you guys will enjoy it.
Exclusive, and I gotta say, yes, not quite where we want to bring our people in, but I have to say that yes, definitely US Grand Hotels can probably be my next experience, our next experience when we can. And Chef Willie, if you're out there listening, Chef Willie, well, he's got an amazing pizza shop, great products. But when we get to the next culinary experience, which is going to be the US Grand Hotel, please follow us.
Hey, I would love. Can I mention something before we go regarding Chef Willie? I would love to do something with Chef Willie with his pizzas because he makes these gourmet pizzas, which he uses great ingredients. But that'll be for another time. You can reach out to Chef Willie to talk about that. Okay, so we're going to say bye for now, guys. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the tweak of the week, okay? See you next.
For the tweak of the week.
Right.